Okay, here we go. I think that might be good. Okay, so everybody make sure you've got your foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, maybe you took an old pillow and rolled it up and wrapped it up with a towel or some pantyhose or something. I don't know. But here we have our foam roller friend. Make sure he's standing by, nice and close. All right, you guys, let's get to it, shall we? So I want you guys to just start standing nice and tall, centered on your mat. Give yourself a little wiggle. Say good morning to your body. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to bend the knees and start to scrunch those feet and swing those arms. Find that breath moving in through the nose and out through the mouth. With that snow coming down this morning, I've got some cold toes. Got to keep these feet moving today. All right, now we're just going to start with some little ankle circles. So let that body find a little more upright posture. Circle the other direction. Keep that breath moving. And then circle the other way. And then reverse. I'm going to turn this off so it's not giving feedback. There we go. All right, now bend those knees. Zip up those inner thighs and take a few circles with your knees around your toes. And then reverse. Very good. Now take those feet a little bit wider than your shoulders and just shift side to side. Keep that breath moving and then take some nice circles around. We'll call this 3 and 4 and reverse. Say good morning, hips. Very good. All right, now we're going to stand at the back edge of the mat. You stay there. And we're just going to start with a little jumping right into some spinal mobility. So inhale your arms up, nod your chin round, and roll it on down into that forward fold. Inhale, hollow the belly. As you exhale, round into a little crouch. Inhale, float those abdominals, lift the waistline, and then exhale, roll it back up. Keep those knees as bent or as straight as you'd like to this morning. Inhale the arms up. Exhale down this time. Nod your chin round and roll it down through that exhale. Inhale, round down, lifting the belly away from the thighs. Exhale, lift the waist. Inhale, once again in that forward fold. Give yourself a nice little wiggle with your tail, and then roll it on up. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, keep the arms overhead, round it down. Inhale at the top again, and exhale, round it down. Inhale, lift the belly. Exhale, roll it up. Inhale up. Exhale, roll it down with the arms down, hanging and dangling down towards the floor. Give yourself a little wiggle. Let's inhale at the bottom. And exhale, lift that waistline. Inhale up here. Give yourself that tail wiggle one more time. And then roll it on up. Inhale the arms up and out and down. Give yourself a nice little roll through those shoulders. Now, back into the center of the mat. Adjust your wardrobe as you need, please. And then let's just take a nice little swing. Little rotational swing. You can take the head with you. But if that makes you dizzy, keep that head looking straight to the front and just let the shoulders, let the rib cage, let your hips, let your knees, even let those feet swivel a little if it feels good. Now, back to center. We're going to take both arms up, and you choose whatever side makes you happy first. Take one arm out to the side. Take a little side bend. Easy side bend. Inhale up. And the other side. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. And exhale over. And inhale up. Now, both arms stay overhead. Bend the knees. Reach the hips and the arms in opposition. Inhale. Exhale, gently swing it to the other side and reach. Inhale and exhale. Nice and gentle. This doesn't need to be your maximum range. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Lifting those abdominals away from the thighs to support the back with each swing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise up and circle out to the side. Give those shoulders a little wiggle. Now, hopefully, we're starting to gain a little warmth in the body. Let me just quick double check. Make sure everything's working. Make sure this is on. Everybody can see me okay? We're all together? Okay, so starting at the back edge of your mat, we're going to take those rotational roll downs. So stick with me. If you've never done these before, just keep trying and moving, and that's all that's really important. So we circle the arms out and up. We're going to rotate to the right. Let's start to the right. Nod the chin, round and roll down. Bring that left hand to the right foot while the right arm reaches to the sky. Bend the knees as you lift the belly, and then as if someone's pulling you up by that top arm, roll up, letting your head be the last thing to come to vertical. Circle both arms up. Let's take it to the left. Nod round and dive into that forward fold. Bend the knees, and then left arm leads the way up, and circle it up. Here we go. Rotate around. Nod and dive down. Bend, round and roll up. Inhale, exhale, and bend, roll up. Inhale up, twist, and dive. Bend, round, roll up. Return, and left, and down, roll up, return to center, last time, right, and down, and bend, roll up, and to the left, and down, and bend, roll up, circle both arms up, and out and down. Give yourself a nice little wiggle. Now, we're going to use our foam roller for a little balance help. Now, if you know that you've got those hips dialed in today and you don't need any balance help, feel free to set the foam roller off to the side. But what we're looking to do is just make sure that we are waking up those hips. So go ahead and stand on your left foot. You can put the foam roller on your left hand or underneath your left hand. Pick up that right foot. Hold it wherever is easy. Shouldn't be strenuous. And we're just going to take a hula hoop. Circle with those hips. Circle around and reverse. Around. Excellent. Now from here, stretch that leg out to the side. You're going to point the toes and just lift the belly. Give me a subtle tilt. So we've got some work happening through the abductors on the left-hand side. Lengthen the spine here and lift it through the belly. We're just going to tap and raise for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now reach that same arm out to the side. You're going to bend the standing leg as you lower that hip and reach for a little tickle to the floor on the opposite side. Stretch it out for 2 and just a little tickle. And 3 and just a little tickle. Watch the tracking of that standing leg knee. Make sure that it's going over your toes and not inside or outside. And inhale, exhale. We're going to call this 6 and 7 and 8 and stand it tall. Give a nice little wiggle. And let's take the other side. So standing on your right leg, lifted through the abdomen. Try to find that neutral pelvis with your weight over the center of the foot. Right hand is on the foam roller. Left leg out to the side. Lift that left hip so that we've got squareness here. Little abduction on the standing leg and length through the torso. Stretch that arm out and just tap and raise for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it here. Now we take that bent leg, we cross. Take a little tickle with that curtsy. Watch that knee and stretch it out. And 2. Lift that hip. And 3. Exhale, 4. Inhale, up. And 5. Up. And 6. Up. And 7. Up. And 8. Up. And 9. And 10. Sweep and reach. And set it on down. Good morning, hips. All right, we're going to start with this foam roller now on the floor. You knew it was coming. Give those shoulders a little wiggle, and let's get to it. We're going to start standing at the back edge of the mat. Circle the arms out and up. Now, from this standing tall position, make sure those ribs aren't splaying. Tuck them in, nod your chin, round and roll it on down. Fingertips tickle the floor, soften the knees as you need, lift through that belly. Inhale, exhale, round into a crouch. Now, we're gonna set the knees down on the floor and lay the thighs on the foam roller. We're gonna come down to our forearms, and I want you to just make sure that you take a break whenever you need. So, forearms come to the mat as your thighs lay down on that foam. Now, let those toes tickle the floor. Try to bring the heels in line with your sits bones. Lift through the belly. We want to make sure we're not dumping down towards the floor. Give yourself a few shoulder rolls. Make sure you say, good morning, shoulder girdles. Nice to feel ya. Now, keep that belly lifted. Remember, softness through the neck. I know it's hard when you're watching on a screen. So if you need to move your screen so that you can keep your neck in a little more comfortable position, do so now. We're going to start just letting those feet drag along the floor. Now, hopefully none of us are in danger of ruining a fresh pedicure because there's no nail salons open, sadly. So we're breathing and rolling, letting those toes drag on the floor. Now, this could feel like not much. It could feel like agony. Just breathe and move at a pace that feels comfortable for you today. Let those legs open to about shoulder width and turn the legs out to the side. Still keep that waist lifted and toes dangling on the floor. And we're going to roll back and forth. The legs are externally rotated, so we're working that VMO line. This is that vastus medialis. Trying to keep equal weight on both legs. Just breathe and roll as you can. Now we're going to bring those legs back to center and zip up the inner thighs. I'm going to keep my left forearm down and prop myself up on my right hand. I'm going to rotate my hips just a tiny bit to the right. Both legs are still on the foam roller, so I'm not on the side of that thigh. I'm on the outside front corner, and I'm going to roll on that vastus lateralis on the left leg. So again, left forearm is down, right hand is down, and left leg, I'm rolling on that outside front corner of my thigh. And I'm just breathing and smiling. If I find a spot that needs a little love, I can stop and bend the knee or just pause and breathe. Try to relax and say, ay, ay, ay. Thank you, foam roller. Let's do the other side. So we're gonna come back to center, take a few passes and just say, thanks, guys. Quads, you can simmer down now. Right forearm stays down, left hand to the mat. Get those shoulders where you want them to be. Lift through the belly, roll the hips to the left, and just take a few passes on that vastus lateralis, that outside front corner of the right thigh. We're breathing and rolling, and it feels great. Take a moment, look out the window, wherever you are. Appreciate the calmness, the slowness of everything happening outside. I know the sunshine was nice, but here in Rochester it's snowing and it's gorgeous. So it'll go, the sun will come again. So let's get back to business here. So we got a little more looseness in those thighs. So hopefully that'll help with some of that tension in the hip flexors. Let's take a seat and start with our heels lined up with our sits bones. So we're in parallel, hands are on the backs of those thighs. Get those shoulders nice and wide, knit those ribs and lift the belly. Inhale to sit tall, exhale, roll it back. Let's get that lower area of the spine, the lumbar, the pelvis, get it all waking up and moving this morning. So inhale here, exhale, roll it up. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll it down. Inhale at the bottom, keep those big toes plugged into the floor. Exhale, roll it up. I caught you, didn't I? Those feet were floating up. Press them down into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Roll it on down. Give yourself a nice little wiggle, scoop through the belly. Now let's see if we can find a neutral here. Stabilize, knit those ribs in. See if you can find your neutral and release the arms. If you feel tension in your back, you can bring your hands to the mat or come back into that C curve. So from here, we're going to march. Keep that low belly pulled in. We take right and left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more on each side. Now take a sip of breath. Find that C curve and let's roll all the way down. Circle the arms overhead and just take a moment, open those elbows, bent elbows out to the side with the palms facing up or facing in, you choose, and just let your head roll side to side. Say good morning, neck. How does your chest feel? Just take a moment to see what's happening up top. Can you knit those ribs in and hollow through the belly? Find that neutral alignment in your spine. Do your knees want to splay open? Can you keep them parallel? And organize that postural alignment as your head rolls side to side. And then sweep those arms back overhead. Inhale them in front of the chest. Nod your chin. Round and roll back up to sit nice and tall. Now, sitting in that tall position, we're going to keep the palms facing each other. We're going to rotate open with an inhale. Exhale back to center. Rotate open and exhale back to center. Again, inhale, exhale. Inhale, open. And exhale, center. Roll down. Pause. Pinky fingers over the knees. See if you can find that neutral. Again, if you need to stay in that seat curve, go for it. If you need a little hand support, go for it. Now, maintain that length. Whether you're in the C curve or the neutral, turn the palms to face down and we take a karate chop. Close those fingers and inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Where's this rotation coming from? Your thoracic spine, right? So we're not torquing that low back. We're thinking about rotating those ribs around the corner. Right. Inhale and left. Keep those big toes down. Take it to the right. Take it to the left. One more time. Take it to the right. Now, we're going to take it to the left. And we're going to bring our Vanna White into play here. So we're going to stretch that right leg nice and long. Sit up as tall as we can. Turn the palms to face up. And just like Vanna would do, give me a vowel or a new car to the right. Here we go. Rotate, roll down, roll it back up. Repeat to the right. Roll down and roll it back up. One more time. Roll it down and roll it back up. That was fun. And plant that right foot, stretch that left leg. Here we go. Rotate to the left, roll down on that diagonal, roll it back up and reach. Roll it back and roll it up and roll it back and roll it up. Lovely. Plant those feet. Grab your friend, the foam roller once again, and we're going to start with it underneath the back of the rib cage. So think about middle of the ribs, just below the shoulder blades, bra line, bro line, whatever you want to call it. Make sure those shoulder blades can move freely above the foam roller. Now, again, you choose where your hips want to be, where your low back feels the best, whether it's in a neutral or in a C curve, somewhere in between. Choose your happy place. Keep your knees bent, hands behind the head, elbows sweep forward. Draw those abdominals in. We're going to lengthen over the foam roller as far as you can, as far as you feel comfortable this morning. And then as you exhale, really feel the bottom of the ribcage knitting in and down into that waistline. Exhale. Very good. Again, inhale, open. And exhale. Let's take two more. Inhale back. And exhale. Trying to stabilize through that lumbar spine. Once again, inhale. And exhale. Now, we're going to try to find as long of a spine as possible. Make sure those shoulder blades are free again. There's no pressure on the bottom of the rib cage, so you're still in the middle, but below those shoulder blades. Let your knees, hips, and ribs roll to the right very gently on the right side, and then roll over onto the left. So we're just taking a little massage around those ribs. Take it over to the right. Doesn't that feel delightful? Keep that breath moving. Roll it to the right and roll it to the left and roll it to the right and roll it to the left. Now, we're going to stabilize the pelvis here and just try to rotate the upper body, trying to keep the hips steady. Roll to the right and roll to the left. Roll to the right and roll to the left. One more time. Over to the right and over to the left. A little more work through the belly. Now, take that foam roller underneath your hips. Now, you can roll up and over the foam roller, or you can just lay down and slide it underneath from your bottom. Place it underneath your sacrum, and we're going to take a little bit more of this massage type movement before we get back into the work. So, think about having the foam roller right on the back of your sacrum, the back of your pelvis, so it's not on your lumbar spine. Gently allow the belly to just fall towards the floor. Make sure that there's no pressure on your neck or your head. Your shoulders are wide and relaxed, and your low back is in a comfortable position. We're going to let the knees, hips, and ribs roll right and left. So we just take a little shift over to one side and the other. Let those feet move as needed. Just saying, again, good morning to these tissues. Should feel lovely. Keep that breath moving. All right, now, in this position, I want you to find as long and neutral of an alignment in your spine as possible. Hands can be on top of the foam roller on the outside or just on the floor. You choose. But we're going to float that right leg up to a tabletop. Think of drawing both legs into the midline. Sink the belly with an inhale, fold it in. Exhale, flex and extend only as low as you can stay organized, square, and supported through the torso. Point the toes. Inhale in, flex and extend 2. Inhale in, flex and extend 3. Now kick. Inhale up, flex and lower 1. And 2. And 3. Now float that right leg up. Float your left arm up and just give it a little brace. So we're trying to stay square. The left arm strong and straight plugs into that right thigh, and we push the leg into the hand and the hand into the leg. Find that strength, that activation through the front line of the body, and see if you can pick up your left leg. Staying square and organized. Tap for 1. Exhale 2. Inhale up. Exhale 3. We're keeping that bracing connection. 4. Exhale 5. Chin is up, chest is open. 6. Exhale 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Now inhale, exhale, reach the leg. 1. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. And 5. And 6. Staying square and steady through the body. 7. And 8. Keep that chin up, neck and jawline soft. Now hold it out on 10. Inhale up, flex and lower for 10. And 9. And 8. Had to think about how to count there for a moment. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And bend the knee, set the foot down, and relax. Give yourself a little wiggle. Now reset, and we're going to take the second side. So that left leg is going to float up. We're going to inhale it in, exhale, tap for 1. And exhale 2. And exhale 3. Now reach it out. Inhale, exhale, reach for 1. Exhale, reach for 2. And 3. Fold it in. Float that right arm up. Keep the shoulders wide. Body nice and square. Brace the two into each other. Push that right arm into the left leg. Let's float that right leg out. And inhale up. Exhale, tap for 1. Exhale, tap for 2. And 3. And 4. Exhale, 5. Find that strength through the front body. 6. And 7. Chin is up, chest is open. 8. And 9. And 10. Now flex and reach for 1. And reach for 2. And 3. And 4. Hope you're feeling good. 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And reach it out for 10. Inhale up, flex and lower 1. Exhale, reach for 2. Inhale up, 4, 3. And 4. Staying square through the body. 5. No tension in that low back. 6. 7. Exhale, 8. And 9. And 10. Fold it back in. Release the arms. And zip up those inner thighs and let your knees rock side to side. Very good. Now, from here, let's see if we can take very small rotation. Just roll into one side of the sacrum. Roll those knees away from you. Roll to the left, fold it in, and back to center. Take it over to the left. Circle down and around, and bring it back to center. Once again, to the right. Roll around, stabilize through those abdominals, back to center, and last one to the left. Zipping up those inner thighs, no shearing. Now we're going to fold the knees into the chest. Allow that spine to round and very slowly slide that foam roller out from underneath us. We feeling good? Yes, hopefully. All right. Feet are now on the foam roller. We're going to try to find that neutral alignment once again. So pubic bone, ASIS is parallel to the ceiling. Knees point straight up to the sky. Hands are down, chest is wide, chin is up, neck and jawline are soft. Starting with the arches on the foam roller, feels like it's the most stable for me. Remember, the closer the foam roller to you, the more you're going to feel it in your bottom. The farther away, the longer that knee bend, the more you're going to feel it in the back of your thighs and your hamstrings. So I like it close, but make sure your knees feel comfortable. So here we go. Chin up, chest open. Find that long neutral spine. Brace as you press those arms down into the floor, but keep the shoulders wide and the ribs knit in. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, float those hips up. Now we're just going to find that steadiness, that balance on the foam roller. Keep your hips nice and square, and we're going to march. Right, left, right, left. Now if I'm going too fast for you, please slow it down. Now let's switch up the breath and sniff. Hold it here. Now, I want you to think about thoracic rotation. So hips up nice and high, legs are parallel, hands brace into the floor. You're going to rotate your pelvis and your ribs, trying to keep your knees square. Rotate to the right, and then rotate to the left. Now, is there a little bit of movement happening at the knees? Yes, there is, but we're going to try to keep it as steady as possible. Here we go. Let's rotate. Now, if you'd like, add a little tickle and pick it back up or not. Just keep the rotation. Rotate, tickle, up. Here we go. Right, left, right, left. Good morning, back body. Inhale, 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 inhale. One more, each side. Hold it here. Sweep those arms overhead, palms face each other. Roll down through the spine. Oh, thank goodness. Stretch those legs nice and long on the foam roller. Give your ankles a little roll. Point and flex, alternate. Now, inhale those arms in front of you. Flex the feet. Hollow through the belly. Nod your chin. Round and roll up. Let's take a little spine stretch up and over. So remember, there's that little cactus in your lap. Come up and over. Exhale, roll up to sit tall. Roll it on down. One vertebra at a time. Hands to the mat. Chest open. Roll the foam roller in. Now, curl the pelvis. Roll up. Right leg up. Can kick it for 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Now, small circles on the ceiling. Keep everything steady. And reverse. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now, bend that leg. Set it back down. Circle the arms overhead. Roll down through the spine. Flex those feet. Roll the foam roller away. Inhale the arms in front of you. Exhale. Nod, round, and roll. Up and over. Find that spine stretch. Roll up to sit tall. Let's do it again. Roll it on down. Hands to the mat. Roll that foam roller in. Chin up. Chest open. Nice neutral spine to begin. Curl the pelvis, round and roll up. Brace with those arms. Float the left leg up. Stay square and steady. Kick it. 3, 2, 1. And circle. 3, 2, and 1. And reverse for 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee. Set it on down. Inhale the arms overhead. Lengthen those knees away from your fingertips. Roll down. Stretch those legs long. Inhale. Exhale. Nod, round, and roll up and over. And roll up to sit tall. Feeling pretty good, right? Circle those ankles once again. We're going to bend the knees. Grab that foam roller and back it on up because it's time for a little more fun. Everybody feeling good? Hopefully. All right. It's so nice to be with you all this morning. If you remember afterwards or during, take a quick picture, send it to me. I'd love to see that you are enjoying and participating and, you know, sharing the Pilates love. So here we are. We've got our knees on the foam roller, so just below the knees, really. The shins are on the foam roller. We're going to start with our hands down on the mat. Toes are tucked and really still on the ground. We're going to shift forward and back a few times, trying to really feel that neutral spine. Feel your sits bones reach straight back as you inhale. Exhale, shift forward. Feel the load be taken into the upper body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale. Now, try to bring that sternum forward a little more. So notice the knees are behind the hips. We're going to float those toes up and point them. You can draw them all the way into the midline or keep them in line with the sits bones. Your choice. Now, maintain that neutral spine and just roll the shins on the foam roller as the knees come towards your forearms. Inhale and exhale. Here we go. Inhale in, exhale 1, exhale 2. Exhale 3, and we're pausing in that quadruped position. So we're not extending to the full plank yet. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Strong arms, wide shoulders. Feel those collarbones smiling across the front of the chest, right? We're not rounding and crouching through the upper body. Hold it here. Now, if you need a little change up, you can come up onto those knuckles. You can grab a set of hand weights to help support the wrists. You could even come down to those forearms or just take a break and watch for a minute. You choose. Now, we're going to try a little single leg. So trying to stay square so the hips are not going to dip and dive and wiggle around. Stay square through the torso. Reach that right leg back, and we don't need it to be high, just nice and parallel with the body. Think of the toes reaching opposite the crown of the head, or that Pilates top knot, right? Here we go. Left knee to your nose. And 1, and 2. Inhale 3, exhale. Inhale 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Did I stay square? Hopefully. Give a little shoulder roll, and let's try the other side. So, steady through the hips, sternum shifts forward through those arms, strong through the fingers. Stretch that left leg long. Inhale and exhale. Inhale in. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Waking up those shoulders. Go ahead and take a break. Give those wrists a nice little shake. Maybe make a fist and draw some circles in both directions. Now, those of you who take classes with me regularly, you might have an idea of what's coming next. So let's have some fun. We're going to come down to our forearms. Now you choose where that foam roller is going to start on the lower legs. Just make sure that you're lifting from the belly, not the hip flexors and the lower back. We're going to try and keep this all nice and strong. Feel that strength start from the upper body and work its way down through the torso. So not from the hips up, but from those strong shoulders down. You with me? Let's do it. So, foam roller underneath those shins. Let's take the forearms down. You can have hands splatting, hammer fists, clasped fingers, wish in position, whatever works for you today. We're going to find that nice long neutral. Zip up the inner thighs, and we're going to start with the knees bending. Inhale in, lift the waist, exhale out. I want to see the shins, or you want to see your shins, parallel to the floor. Here we go. Inhale 2, exhale open. Inhale 3, exhale open. And a 4, inhale 5, and a 6, and a 7, 8, show me that nice width through the chest. 9, open up, and 10. Hold it here. Now, make sure the foam roller is close to the ankles, and we're going to take a little knee tickle down to the floor and pick it back up. Here we go. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Lift that waistline. 7, 8, 9, 10. Didn't that feel fantastic? Everything is awake. Here we go. Give those shoulders a little wiggle. Circle the arms out and up. If your knees don't like this position, go ahead and scoot that foam roller out from behind you. Circle that right arm back. Reach long towards the ceiling with that left arm. Inhale up, circle the left arm back. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling and sweep it up. Here we go again. Right arm back, chest lifted, lift through the abdomen. Sweep it up, and last time, sweep it back. Reach up and open. Up and circle out to the side. Give those shoulders a little wiggle. Now, we're gonna come to sitting on that foam roller. Do a little more work for that front body. How are we doing? It's one of those days, you guys, I could be on the mat with you for 2 or 3 hours. It just feels so good. So, let's try to keep it to an hour. Start with, or less, start with those hips at the front edge of your foam roller. Hands on the backs of those thighs. Really draw those abdominals in. We're going to curl the pelvis. Let your hands help you as you roll down one vertebra at a time. You can bring your hands to the floor or to the thighs and just take a moment. Make sure your head is supported as well as your pelvis. Find the most comfortable position for your back so your spine shouldn't be freaking out on you, right? It should be nice and calm. Give yourself a little wiggle. Make sure everything's loosey-goosey. Try to find that neutral pelvis and that those ribs are not flared up towards the sky. Let the rib cage soften and relax, melt into that waistline. We're going to take the arms up to the ceiling. We're going to inhale, and I want you to think of opening from that sternoclavicular joint. So open those arms, open the chest. Try to feel the stretch in the front of the chest and less in the biceps and in the head of that humerus across the front of that shoulder. So look for the chest opening here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, sweep the arms back in front of you, in front of your sternum, and squeeze those hands together. Wake up those same tissues that you just felt the stretch in. Inhale, open, and exhale. Inhale, open, and exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open, and exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open, and exhale, squeeze. Now, open those arms. Let those shoulders relax. We're going to circle them overhead, trying to let the ribcage stay soft into that foam roller. Neck and jawline nice and relaxed. And then as you exhale, circle them out and down. Again, inhale them out and up. And exhale out and down. Remember, your feet can be as wide or as narrow as it feels comfortable. You should feel a sense of stability coming from the lower body. And inhale the arms up this time. We're going to turn the palms to face into the center of the body, right? Like you're going to put your fingers over your ears. And we're going to bend the elbows, sliding the shoulder blades down the back side of the body while keeping those ribs knit down, letting the elbows drop down towards the floor, chest open. And we're looking for that nice little stretch through the pec minor. Softness through the neck and jaw. Soften the back. Let your head just roll to the right and roll to the left and roll to the right. And roll to the left, and roll to the right, and roll to the left. One more time. Heavy head, heavy nose, and roll to the left. Back to center. Inhale those arms up and around the outside. Now we're going to brace the forearms down on the mat with the chest open, trying to feel that sense of the shoulder blades wrapping around the back of the foam roller behind you, keeping the belly drawn in and the back nice and comfortable. Walk those feet closer to being in line with your sits bones. Float your right leg up and then your left leg up. Now, we're going to take a little single leg stretch. So fold that knee into the chest as close as you can. Try to stay square and steady. Inhale, exhale, switch. We take it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, chin up, eyes up, 10. Again, 1, 2, knees in, 3, 4, 5, 6. Staying nice and steady, 8, 9, 10. Now double legs, stay square through that body. Feel that connection through the abdomen. Inhale the legs in, flex the feet, exhale, extend only as low as you can stay in control through the body. Here we go. Inhale in, exhale, 1, exhale, 2, exhale, 3, exhale, 4, exhale, 5, exhale, 6, open shoulders, 7, exhale, 8, and 9. Last one, point those toes and sweep them up. We're almost there, you guys. Now, legs nice and long and strong. Lower that right leg, staying square and steady. And we take a little single straight leg stretch. 1 with a pulse, 2 and 3, open chest. 4, soft neck and jawline. 6, 7, 8, keep that breath moving. 10, again, 1. Think about staying stable through the lumbar spine and through the pelvis, and mindful of what your ribs are doing. Let's take both legs up. Now you know what's next. Stretch those arms long. Fingertips tickle the floor. Sink that belly. This is it. Flex the feet. Stay in the range that feels good in your body today, please. And double straight leg stretch for 1. Point and sweep them up. Flex and lower 2. Point and sweep them up. Flex and lower 3. Point and sweep it up. Flex and lower 4. Point and sweep it up. 5. Point and sweep it up. And 6. Point and sweep it up. And 7. We're almost there. Inhale. Exhale. 8. Inhale up. And 9. And up. Last 1. And sweep it up. Bend those knees. Set those feet down. Give yourself a nice little wiggle. Give yourself a hug. And just gently rock side to side. I know that was a little evil. It's been a while. But it was good. Now, from here, we're going to take our hundreds. So we're going to keep our feet down so we've got that little bit of balance help. Make sure you have your feet wide enough or narrow enough to find that stability on your foam. Try to make sure your back stays in a position that's comfortable for you today. So whether that's neutral or slightly imprinted, find that happy place. Arms stretched to the sky. Now, close those fingers, right? Strong karate chops. We wouldn't smack somebody like this. Strong. Here we go. Shoulders wide and low. Nod the chin just to fist distance. Exhale. Rise up. Now, try to get those shoulder blade tips off of the floor or away from the foam. Find that strength in your core. Reach long through those arms and give me big pumps. Inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2. Strong, straight arms. Inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 5, and 4, 2, 3, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 3, 4, 5, and 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 4, 5, and 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lay it on down. Circle those arms overhead, back into that W stretch. Let the head roll side to side. Feeling fantastic. All right, you guys. Take your hands down to the side. Pour yourself off of that foam roller. And bring yourself back to just lying supine on the ground here or on your mat. Take that foam roller off to the side. Make sure you've got some space back here behind you. And just take a moment. Hug those knees into the chest. Rock your knees side to side. Now, we're going to take it up and over after we take this little bit of rolling like a ball. So wrap those hands back around the backs of the thighs. Rock yourself up. Give yourself a little wiggle. Point those toes. Zip up the inner thighs. Hug them nice and tight. Hands to the shins. Shoulders down. Elbows wide. Hollow belly. Nod that chin down. Eyes stay on the belly. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Keep your feet tucked in tight. Inhale up. Exhale again. Inhale. Trying to keep the weight off of the neck and the head. Exhale. And up. One more time. And up. Now, we're going to roll this ball into a rollover position and pause. Remember, no pressure on the neck or the head. Inhale. How are we doing? Exhale. Rock it back. Stretch the legs. Pressure down into the floor through the arms. Stretch those legs. Flex the feet. Open to shoulder width. Roll down through the spine. Point the toes at 90 degrees. Zip up the inner thighs. Now, keeping your hands on the floor or stretch it to the sky. Lower those legs halfway. Nod the chin. Round and roll up. Find that teaser and then tuck it in nice and tight again. Let's take 2 rolling like a balls now and catch in that rollover position. Second one. Now, we roll over and catch. stretch and reach. Flex, open to shoulder width. Feel that sense of your sits bones lengthening to the sky. Roll down, reaching your heels to the wall behind you. Point your toes at 90 degrees. Zip up your inner thighs. Stretch your arms lower halfway. Nod your chin. Rise up, find that teaser. Happy teaser, happy Friday. Very good. Tuck it in nice and tight. Now just one rolling like a ball and then roll over and catch in your rollover. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale. Stretch, pause. Flex the feet. Open to shoulder width. Roll it on down. Point those toes to 90. Zip up. Arm stretch. Legs lower halfway. Round and rise up. Now from here, roll back. Up and over. Pause. Keep the inner thighs zipped for just a moment. Bring those hands to the low back. We're going to lengthen those sits bones away from us. And we're going to take a little bicycle. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Open chest. 2 more. Last one. Hold here. Circle around for that helicopter. Circle around. Again. Around. And around. Sweep both legs together overhead. Now this time, inner thigh zip. Hands come to the mat. Still no pressure on the neck or the head. Flex the feet. Zip up those inner thighs. Hollow that low belly. Roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Reaching those heels back. Fantastic. Point your toes. Arms stretch to the sky. Lower those legs. Round and rise up. Now remember our little twists in the beginning. Here we go. Rotate open 1. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate 2. Chest open. And 3. And up. And 4. And up. And 5. And up. And 6. That's it. Catch your trees, please. Flex the feet. Open leg rocker. Roll it back. Point the toes. Roll it up. Lift your heart. Flex, curl. Point. Roll it up. Lift. Flex. Last one. Roll it up. Lift. Zip. Bend. Take a little breather. Excellent work, you guys. Now, we have our friend the foam roller. So we're going to take just a little bit more in a prone position and a little bit more for the side body. Now, if you find that having the arms behind you, laying in that prone position is too much for your shoulders, loose the foam roller and just roll your arms along on the ground. Slide them on the carpet, on the hardwood floor, whatever works best for you. I'm going to use the foam roller today. So, from here, we're going to lay it on down and we're going to start, I scooted. We're going to start with our feet about mat width apart and then the arms on that foam. Palms facing each other, forearms on the foam. I'm going to nod the chin, lift the belly, and plug that pubic bone into the mat. Elevate the shoulders as I inhale, and then exhale. Slide the shoulders down. Rise up. Knit those ribs in. Inhale. Exhale. Knit those ribs in the front body as I wake up through the back body. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting the navel gently away from the mat to stay connected and long and supported through that lumbar. Inhale and exhale. Now, I'm going to walk those feet a little closer to each other, stay connected through that low belly, and I'm going to take my single legs kick. 1, 2, 3, point, reach, set it down. 1, 2, 3, point, reach, set it down. 1, 2, 3. It's keeping those shoulders plugged into the back body, and reach, set it down. Again, 1, 2, 3, point, reach, set it down. Last one, point, reach. Now, I'm going to lengthen the shoulders up as I roll my fingertips away from me. Lifted through the belly, long through the front of those hips. I'm going to double leg kick. As I rise up, I'm going to come up as high as I can, pushing into that foam roller. So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, point, stretch and rise up, and lower down. Again, inhale, 2, 3, point, reach and rise up, and lower down. And inhale, 2, 3, point, reach and rise up, and lower down. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, and shoo. Inhale at the top. Let's rock that swan if we can. Shoo. Up, shoo. Up, shoo. Up. Last one. Up, lengthen, and roll all the way down. We're feeling good? Me too. Hands next to the ribs. We're gonna press up, circle those hips around, just 2 times in each direction. Good. And then bring it on back, roll through the spine. Give yourself a nice little wiggle. Now, I'm gonna take that foam roller down, back behind me again, and we're gonna play with some forearm plank positions to get those obliques to fire up just a little bit more. Are you with me? All right, here we go. So, let's start with the foam roller just below the knees again. We're gonna come down to those forearms, zip up the inner thighs, and really try to keep the balls of the feet, the heels, and the knees glued together. So we're keeping that knit into the midline steady so there's no shearing happening side to side. If you can see what my feet are doing, right? We don't want that. So zip them up. Now, nice and strong through the shoulders. Lift through the belly and bring both knees to the right elbow. And then back out. Now both knees to the left elbow. So I'm rolling onto the outside of one leg at a time. Here we go. 1. Keeping that lift through the waistline. 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. I need to adjust my foam roller. It's walking. And 7, and 8. 2 more. 9, and 10. Now, I'm going to bring the knees in to the right elbow, and I'm going to come onto that left forearm and let my right hand just sort of tickle the floor. Extend out. Open chest. Now, don't let those hips droop. Pick them up. Fold it in for 1 and 2. Keep that waistline high. 3 and 4. Strong through that left shoulder. 5 and 6 and 7. Open up. 8 and 9. Keep that breath moving. And 10. Let's come back to square. Now, to do the other side, I'm going to switch it so that you're not staring at my back. So, let's do this all together. Tuck those toes. Once you get your mat steady, walk it on out. Now let's start to the left. 1, switch, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Lift that waistline. 9, and 10. Now, we're gonna walk it out. Shift onto the right arm. Left fingertips tickle. Don't let the hips droop. Pick it up, chest open, fold them in. 1, woo, and 2, and 3, 4. Be mindful of that right shoulder. 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Back to square. Set those knees down. Take a little wiggle. I hope you guys are feeling fabulous. I am. All right. Now, let's take that foam roller out in front of us. We're going to take a little saw, and we're going to really take a moment to start to wind it down now. So, thank you all so much again for joining me today. I hope you feel great. Hope you're looking forward to next Friday. We'll do this again. I think next Friday we're going to use a ball. So, if you have like a sponge ball, that red spry sponge ball works really good. Or you could just kind of use an old playground ball. It's a little deflated, not super strong. That'll work really well too. So here we go. We're going to take those arms out to the side. We're going to take a little twist and reach for our saw. Remember that opposite sit bone stays grounded. Back to center. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, exhale, center. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale and reach. Keep those sits bones grounded. Inhale, exhale. Let's pick up the pace for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Reach out through those heels. 9. Squeezing into that foam roller. 10. Arms out in front. Nod the chin. Round up and over for your spine stretch. Exhale, roll it up. Open chest. Slide it all down. Give a nice little wiggle. Now, we're going to set the back of those ankles on the foam roller. You're going to set your hands back and down. Shoulders slide up to the ears with an inhale. Exhale, slide them back and down. Now, really draw those abdominals in. Plant those shoulder girdles, right? Slide your collarbones down, your shoulder blades down, wide through the chest, chin up, chest open. Float those hips up, chest wide. Chin up, but not dropped back. Right leg kicks. 1, 2, 3. Flex and tap. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Flex and tap. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Flex and tap. Switch it up. 1, 2, 3. Flex and tap. And 2, 2, 3. Flex and tap. 3, 2, 3. Flex and tap. Point. Lower those hips. Slide the arms forward. Grab a hold of that foam roller. Grab your thighs. Grab your shins. Whatever you can reach. Breathe into that stretch. Roll it on up. Give yourself a little wiggle. Now, last little ditty here. Roll that foam roller back underneath the top of your foot. So not quite the ankle, but really the top of the foot. We'll take the right foot back first. Left foot forward. Now, if it feels comfortable, give yourself a little stretch through the top of that ankle, through the top of that foot, right? Making sure you're not straining the outside of the ankle, but more the front of the foot, front of the ankle. Now, we're going to take it down into a nice little lunge. Thinking about opening up through that hip flexor. Make sure your hands can find the mat. So set your feet for that front foot where you'd like it. Lift through the belly to support the back. Inhale. Exhale. Extend that leg. Now, if you're feeling it, roll it on back. Find your split. Roll it back forward. If you don't want to find that split, not spit, don't sweat it. Mine went crooked. Let's try that again. And inhale. Exhale, stretch. Roll it back. Roll it back in. And set it down one more time. Stretch. Roll it back. Roll it in. And set it down. Sit those hips back. Give yourself a little wiggle side to side. And then we'll try the other leg. All right. So, top of the foot on top of the foam. Right foot steps forward. We're going to gently press on the heel. Make sure you're feeling some stretch through the front of the ankle. Top of the foot. Bring it on back. Square yourself off as best as you can. Come on down. Feel that nice stretch through the front of the hip, open through the chest, wide through the shoulders. Stretch that leg long. Now you can set it right back down and just keep going back and forth from here to here or roll it back. Find your split. Bring it back and set it down. Inhale. Set yourself up. Hollow through the belly. Roll it back. Chest open. Bring it on back and set it down. Last one. Float it up. Roll it back. And back in. And set it on down. Set those hips back. Give yourself a nice little wiggle side to side. And then bring both feet underneath you. We're going to swing those arms as the hips sit back. Make sure you're not going to step up onto that foam roller. Here we go. Rise and shine. Up. Circle around. Give yourself a nice little wiggle. And that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so, so much for sharing your hour with me. Hope you have a glorious weekend. Even though it's snowing out there, get outside, breathe some fresh air, make it a great day. I love you guys. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.